Good afternoon. It's March 27th, 2017. Time to recap today's trading a little bit and take a look at tonight and tomorrow. We'll start with our customary disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Hey, we had a good day today. I think we actually worked through 6 trades today in crude. I don't think we got anything done in any other market. There were 6 trades, total of 8 trades today in crude. The 2 over lunch would have picked up an extra maybe 30 ticks on a 2-lot each. In gold, there were 6 trades in gold also, and 3 scratches, and 3 of them put some money in the account. So we had a pretty good day today, all things considered. We came in today, we wanted to be short once on crude oil, not on crude, on the E-mini, to see if we could take out 18. And 8, we thought we'd get a retest of it. We didn't know if we'd be able to take it out or not. And right here, this is the low of the day. The selling, we had 29.31 and then 34 and 36. And if you had a resting limit order trade out there, you did nothing on either one of them. So the trade was from the long side. And again, we talked about why did the market trade up today. Relief rally, certainly. The other one is that, Friday's news not getting Ryan Care passed was not necessarily a bad thing. And I don't think it really damaged Trump's ability to maneuver and do stuff down the road. I think he let Ryan have his shot. They got a bill out that nobody really wanted, except for the Dems. And that was that. So really it's going to boil down to his tax issues on the stock market business side, and then the fence on his promise to the voters. If he can get those 2 things done and nothing else, he will have gotten a lot to Congress. So anyway, the first trade, this is a BS trade, a scratch at best on the short side. This buy produces. This buy with a great deal of patience produces. This S right here, this one finally moves, and say, well, what's the difference in this S and all these other S's? So we have 1 move up, 2 moves up, 3 moves up, or if we count this as a breakout, 1, 2, 3. So that was the difference. So the trade was all from the long side today in the E-mini. Looking at the F1 screen, lower high, lower low, find a place to sell it on the F1 screen. On the F2, we're going to look at a different pattern. You're looking at a B, pretty strong, and I think the battle's right here at 40. So we do have some news tomorrow. International trade, 66.5. That's a minus number, as it always is. Case-Shiller plus 0.8. Probably the biggest number is consumer confidence, 113.5. And Richmond Fed, maybe 15. So I think the news focus is consumer confidence and whether we can get through 40 or not. Right now we'll be trying to sell. I think it stops above this, 40 to 42. And then 45, 47 for sell 2. On the buy side, 30 to 32. And then 25 to 27. When we're trading out here, it's my hope to impart to you and you can't remove all the angst or anxiety. I go through the same things that you all do. Am I right or am I wrong? And frankly, you don't know when you put a trade on, but we know if we put enough trades on, even on the losing days, you're going to be pretty close to break even if you keep trading it. The methodology does work. It does put money in the account. It's unfortunate that we have losers, but it's just a part of it. We're trading a probability and expectation. And I just don't want you to get too much emotional capital tied up in this. That makes it very difficult to do what you have to do as a trader, i.e. pull the trigger. Don't want to take this stuff too personally. Okay, higher low, higher high on the 10-year note. Says find a place to buy it. Tomorrow is the 5-year auction. I'd like to sell it tonight in London on the basis that the 5-year auction will be the weak one. So right here, this 23 to 27, sell 1. 31 to 03, sell 2. The buy side, 13 to 17, buy 1. They can't let the bottom fall out of the market if they're going to move the paper. Then 5 to 9, which would pick up this area down here, buy 2. But the weak auction on paper is going to be the intermediate term. 23 to 27 is pretty aggressive. We'll see what happens. We got a B right now, and the last rotate up. And L period stopped at 24. K period stopped at 24.5. That is resistance, and if we're thinking like the local of old, this is support, this is resistance. I'm going to lean against it, and if I'm wrong, I lose 3, 4 ticks. And you need to start adopting that mindset. You don't have to adopt the rest of what locals were known to do, but you got to get their mindset. I've always been amazed, and I watch it happen at Trade Maven, where they had quite a bit of commercial business on the floor, and the guys on the floor, because they didn't have perfect electronic feedback where the upstairs knew exactly what they were doing, they would take a tremendous amount of risk for very, very little money in the account. And then when at the close of business, they had to come up and clear all their trades. And at that time, it wasn't done electronically. And you could find yourself, as a firm, really, really, really in the hole. And I've seen this happen at multiple firms. And the attitude of the local, or the guy that had the account, was, well, I'll just work out of it. The firm will finance me. I'll get their financing and give it a little bit of time. I'll get back in good shape. It never dawned on the local or the guy that was down on the floor that maybe he ought to limit his risk, and maybe his strategy was wrong, and that there was a trade out there that had his name on it. And so all of a sudden he has the firm screaming at him, his family screaming at him. It's everything's going wrong. And the key to this thing is just limit your losses. It takes capital to do this. There'll be another trade setting up, usually within the hour, and you can make a go of it. Gold, higher low, higher high. We got a seller at 60. If the E-mini does manage to sell, we'll probably come in the morning and find that gold is higher. If the E-mini continues to rally overnight, we'll probably find that gold's a little bit lower. But this is a serious game. You got to pay attention. The market does not give you money. You have to take it from the market, and that means you have to know what you're doing. You're up against the best minds in the world. Okay, right here we got a B. We might trade a little lower. The low is set in E and F. We got a higher low right here, so we were 50 to 53 by 1, and 45, 47 by 2. And then we'll make 59, 61, sell 1. 64, 66, sell 2. Our methodology works. And why does it work? The bracketed methodology works when markets are moving sideways. The trending methodology works when markets are moving. In the note and the bond, you have to focus on the bracketed trading strategies, buying against pivot highs and lows, working just a tick or two inside of those. On gold and crude, We have enough volatility where the B's and S's work out fine, and if they allow the E-mini to sell, the B's and S's work fine on the E-mini. When they don't allow it to sell, they don't work very well. Okay, on crude, we have an outside day. Trade it. Tomorrow's the API report after the trading is over. Definitely have a P here, so maybe a little bit higher. 48, 48 and a quarter, sell 1. 48.50, 48.75, sell 2. Fundamentals, for what they're worth, say we should be short. 47 and a quarter, 47.50 buy 1. 46.75, 47 buy 2. Hard to see the API showing anything but a build tomorrow night. Might take something under 48 to get off a short in London, but right now it says we should try to trade it a little bit higher. And last but not least, the euro. But again, it's just I hope that I can just stay focused on the big picture. Euro's definitely higher. F1 will tell us to find a place to buy it. And let's try to keep the emotions under control or dampened a little bit. See if my computer will do two things at once. Probably not. NFL owners okay a move from Oakland to Las Vegas. Boy, that's got to make the gambling world happy, happy, happy. Everybody's getting out of the state of California. It's stifling. Okay, we did trade higher this morning. Our second sell was 950. 9 and a quarter. Our second sell was 950. You are able to get some trades off in the 930 to 40 area, unless if you didn't have a resting limit sell out there. And we've got a B right here, so we've got split. We've got a split, so probably a trading range a little bit lower. Maybe 109 is going to be the first buy. Don't particularly care for that. Could live with an 875. Let them close the gap over here. On the sell side, 925, sell 1. 940 to 50, sell 2. But yeah, I've got a daughter out there that just cannot believe how much deterioration, and she lives in a pretty cushy spot. Costs like hell to live there. But as she drives around, the potholes, the crumbling infrastructure, everything. And from her perspective, she says she's getting tired for paying more than what she considers her fair share. Hey, that does it for March the 27th, 2017. I will see y'all bright and early in the morning. Y'all have a great evening, and hopefully tomorrow we'll do as well as we did today.